All right, a pleasant good morning, good evening to you from Tony'sPicks.com. Welcome to Night Moves here for Wednesday, November 26th. I'm with champion NHL handicapper DeAndre Stevenson. He has a victory lap. He not only gave us DeAndre. I think you said that the Dallas Stars were going to score probably 8 goals. 8 goals. I wanted to impress you.
That was you. You was on that over. You was on that over.
You might as well crush these. Right. Oh, yeah, we hit it. Right.
We crushed that one.
You had Dallas and I had the over, right? We had it.
We crushed that one.
That's right. We had it. Well, we won't make you do 16 games with you and I are going to talk NBA Cup. We did see 3 games on Tuesday night in the NBA Cup, including the Lakers, DeAndre, another smashing performance. These guys are starting to we already know they were kind of unstoppable here, but they're getting hot here too. Are the Lakers? They handled the Clippers. You gave us that winner also there, DeAndre, on Night Moves last night. Did a good job on that one. And we'll take a look at the games here and also keep you updated here on what's going on in the NBA Cup. And we'll also look at a handful of college basketball games with some late finals. We do know the finalists in those big tournaments, including the Players Era Championship. We're going to, DeAndre and I are going to cover some games that we already knew were going on here tonight. Those lines are just starting to come out for some of those championships.
Night Moves.
Hey, everyone in the chat. Thank you.
How y'all doing tonight, man? Jimmy Two Shoe, LALV, okay. Jerry Jones.
Sure. He told, I don't know if that's a typo, but I think we should call him Blowing Green. I don't know. And also, DeAndre, Bowling Green, Massachusetts game now. I don't think it lived up to expectation, and the other one wasn't close either there last night. But Jerry told us, Blowing Green, and he had Alabama, Gonzaga in there. LALV's here as well. Talking about that game tonight. It got kind of lost interest there a little bit. My guy Stokes. Say hello, Stokes.
How you doing, Stokes?
Hey,
Night Moves.
Yep, and he gave us stars, gave us easy cash. Stokes, thank you for being here. A member of the chat All-Stars and also Timmy Two Shoes. We know he says it's going to be 2 or 3 hours. We're not going over every college game. We're just going over 9 NBA. Yeah, I'll go over the 16 college NHL games, the 16 NHL games here for Sunday. But we're going to be with DeAndre here for a few minutes anyway, talking NBA basketball and those college games. All right, we got to everybody in the chat. Don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. This is where you'll find our premium picks. Absolutely, our best picks are over there every day at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code. Let me find us here, DeAndre. Use the promo code. Tony T at checkout. Let me bring it up here. Let's go over to Tony. There we go. Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off premium pick packages, including mine here on Wednesday. I found my way to the leaderboard for once, DeAndre. 5-1. I think I'm 6-1 actually. I think I'm 4-0 in my straight bets on Tuesday, and I went 2-1 with the props in that game. So you see Alessandra up there, 5-1 as well. So pretty good day over at Tony'sPicks.com. Check out the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot, and then get signed up. DeAndre, you imagine tomorrow you'd be locked and loaded, ready to go here day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Like Mr. Ramon said, check us out at TonySpeaks.com. Use the code Tony T at checkout for 15%. Man, we loaded up for the holidays. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Mr. Ramon had a hot day. I'm
Yeah,
coming off a day. I hit my best bet today. I had Delaware earlier in the day.
okay.
And I'm
Oh,
loaded up for the
yeah, Delaware. I had the under right there. Look at that. That would have been another sweep there.
if we sweep that and we didn't even communicate on that, that's just us being on the right side. You know what I'm saying? So look at that. Y'all see that live here. You know what I'm saying? So pair me and Mr. Ramon up 2-4 Capadale and get on board with us. You know, let us help us put some money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Night moves. I'm ready to have a good show. Got a couple games we're gonna talk about. If y'all want put some college games in the chat, y'all want to talk about, and I can see if I can help y'all out. And like I said, I'm ready to go, man. Gonna put some more plays in later. Let's do it. I got my best bet loaded in, so
Yeah,
let's do it, man.
you're ready to go right there. And tomorrow's action in college basketball as well. And there you see DeAndre. He had Cal there over UCLA. We talked about.
And we talked about that on Night Moves. I gave that to y'all right here on Night Moves. You
There
know
you
what I'm
go. Heck. And
saying?
the other winner in there yesterday, there's that Delaware game. So there you go. DeAndre's best bet right now up there at Tony'sPicks.com with his fire.
$19. Use the code Tony T checkout and get on board with me. Profit guaranteed. You know, we hit our best bet today, so let's keep it rolling going into the weekend. Let's do it. Good luck to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
I'm loving the prop game. I'm loving the new features that Tony. I know Tony watches every show. You know, when I first met Tony a few years ago, he said we're going to have props one day. We're going to. I tell you, the site is really looking good. Tony, I haven't speak to him. I know he watches, so the site is really clicking here right now. Everything that he wanted to have on the site working good, in order with all the prop. Really great job by Tony and his programmer, and
Yeah,
really the
and they
website.
break I didn't want to cut you off, Mr. Ramon, but they break all our night move videos down. They break it down to each video to have, if you don't want to watch the whole
Yeah,
thing, you can go watch a certain video, you know. So shout out to our team, shout out to everybody a part of this, shout out to all the good cappers. Y'all see who's hot, who's not, you know, so even if somebody's not hot, you know, they eventually gonna load up and go on a run. So we got a team full of amazing people, amazing cappers. Shout out to the team, man. Let's
yeah.
do it.
Always profit guaranteed. Remember, on these premium pick packages, the 1 day packages, you get the, uh, you know, a premium pick package. We have to show a profit as the
Yeah,
capper.
gotta show a profit. You know, Justin got his 3 day pass up there, ride. Kevin Thomas, Brian Biller, you know, these guys, you know, they got their plays loaded in. So, you know,
Yep.
they
If
got
we don't show a profit,
UFC,
you
they got
get
whatever you
credits.
want, whatever you know, whatever you're looking for. Just go find out some cappers. You see me right there, you see Ryan, Ramon right down there, you know. We all over right now. So whatever you're looking for, we got it, man. So y'all keep showing up and we're gonna keep delivering.
You get credits back to your account. We must show a profit. Otherwise, you're going to get some credits back. You can go with
You're
the
gonna get some credits back. You can go find you a new capper. You can go find you somebody else who's hot, you know. So
yeah.
work with us, man. Work with us, and we're giving y'all the discount, you know. So
Yeah, you're not going to see anything like this from the other sites as well. I mean, that's what we do different here. You're always going to have a winning experience at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, thanks for listening to that. And DeAndre and I are going to get you some free winners here right now. That's
yeah,
what
free winners right here, you know.
it's all
So this is
about,
what we
right?
do, y'all keep showing up, and we're gonna deliver.
Yeah, you see the numbers there on
So
the
that's
site.
why So if we doing this for free, just imagine what on a good day what our best bets looking like. I know, like you see, Mr. Ramon just went 6-1, 5-1, 6-1 on a good slight Tuesday, you know, Taco Tuesday, you know. So we was eating
You're,
tacos, you know. So
you're
let's do
doing
it
it.
again tonight. We're gonna be eating
You're doing it
turkey.
for yeah. You're doing it for free. They told me I had to pay them $50 just to come on the air with you. Okay, let's get going here and
How you
take
doing, Cal Dog?
Cal Dogs here. Okay, we can start the show then. Cal, we were waiting for
Let's
Cal
do
Dog.
it.
Yeah,
Good luck, everybody. Let's do it.
yeah. Let's talk a little NBA Cup here. I mentioned last night. I said, "What's going on here, Andre? Only 3 games in the NBA Cup." And I think they're kind of gearing it up here for the day before Thanksgiving. Everyone gets in a game here. We're getting close to the end. We're kind of knowing the teams here, getting close to finding out who are going to qualify in the NBA Cup. I'm going to keep everybody abreast of the standings as long as I don't forget. DeAndre, remind me
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
We want to. It's important. I mentioned it on another show. I said, look, it's a little bit of an angle here, but I think it's a little bit wrong for people to say the teams that look, the teams that are like 0-2 and 0-3 or whatever, DeAndre. Yeah, they're not going to make it, but those are still regular season games, and those teams need to kind of keep going. That's the part of the NBA Cup. I know an angle has been for some people. This team doesn't have anything to play for. Well, they still have to play for their playoffs. I mean, for the real deal eventually. Not just the money. Even though we know you win a little extra money at the NBA Cup. Some people say it's not even enough to make a difference. But hey, just dangle some money in their faces here. Okay, let's get going here with our NBA Cup for today, shall we? On Wednesday, we got 9 here. Here we go. I'm going to go out here, DeAndre, first and take a look at the Pistons taking on the Celtics. Now, the Pistons are one of those 2-0 teams right now, but they're chasing down 3-0 Orlando, and they're on the road here. It's favored, but you know what? The Celtics, I'm not saying that everything's fixed right now in Boston. We know the story in this game, DeAndre, is the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Where is AOD in the chat? Is he not here to talk about his Pistons and this great winning streak? But I think we're starting to see some signs right now, DeAndre, that Boston is turning it around a little bit here. Whether or not they're going to, they're not going to be the East juggernaut this year. They're still, probably a playoff contending team, and they're starting to heat up here a little bit. Are coming off of a win over Orlando. Yeah, they lost to Brooklyn, but that was in revenge, and they had some win. They picked up the
And
pace a bit. Yep.
yeah, like you said though, Mr. Ramon, Boston coming into this game really on the right side, really just on a good note. They're trying to find themselves. Right now the Celtics team is like at the bottom of the East, and we know that the Celtics team is better than that, and I expect the Celtics team to start picking up some wins. This is a revenge game. The last time these two teams played, the Detroit Pistons won. It was like in October, the end of October. The Pistons had won, but I think that the Celtics put a stop to this Pistons streak. I think a lot at stakes at this game. I think a lot at stakes in this game, and I'm gonna be on the Celtics in this one. Celtics live and die by that 3-pointer. The Celtics got good defense. Detroit got a good defense too. The Pistons only lost one road game, but like I said, I think that the Celtics be competitive in this game.
Well, like I said, a perfect example, right? The Celtics are not going to be going to the NBA Cup Finals. They're just playing it. They could go to 2-2, but that in this group, you're not going anywhere. They're playing for to keep it going here right now, and keep this hot streak going. We know the Detroit Pistons, even if they lose, they still could have a chance to get into the next round. Right now, they are the leading group of the ranking of second place teams, and but Miami does have a big point differential. They've played 3 games and they're 2-1 with a plus 46. So it is important for Detroit as well, at least not to get blown out. I think would be the strategy for Detroit here. Hey, granted, they want to win, and it is they just happen to have won 10 in a row, DeAndre. We don't want to cast aside what they're doing here right now. So I'm going to take the over though in this one between Detroit and Boston at 229 here. Detroit is 8-5 to the over as a favorite, and I'm going to take them here. 10 of the last 15 meetings between these two teams have gone over, and I'm going to go over. DeAndre likes the Celtics here, plus the points. There, you sprinkle that.
I'm gonna sprinkle money line. Yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle money line.
Yeah.
I think they could snap this Pistons win streak. This Pistons team playing at a high level right now though, but the Celtics team, I just see that they're at the bottom of the standings. It's an NBA Cup game, and I knew that the Celtics team needs to start winning games.
Yeah, there's hope. And we're not throwing the Celtics out with the bathwater or whatever they say. I mean, they'll come around here. Yeah, they're 9-8 right now, but Detroit, like I said, they're the story in this game. We'll see if they can keep that awesome winning streak up right now. They're the story of the league. I think we all, with all due respect to talk about Toronto here coming up and some other hot teams. Okay, thanks. Good picks in the chat as well. All right, DeAndre, next up, we've got the Knicks taking on the Hornets here. This one's in Group C. The Knicks are still alive here in the NBA Cup here. They need to kind of step on it a little bit. They're 1-1 right now. The Hornets are 0-2, and the Hornets right now, DeAndre, are on a pretty big losing streak right now. 6 losses in a row. Knicks here, 8-3 in their last 11. They've been alternating wins and losses, but they do come in off of a win and cover over Brooklyn by a half a point. But same is it the same deal here? DeAndre, Charlotte getting points at home, 6.5. No, sir.
No, let me tell y'all. I'm looking at it now. It says New York forward OG Anunoby. He suffered a hamstring. He will be reevaluated sometime next week. So that's a big blow for this Knicks team.
Yeah, he's gonna be out.
But I'll take the Hornets in this spot. The Knicks struggle on the road this year. The Hornets coming to this game healthy. We seen that this Knicks team beat the Mavericks by 2 in that game.
Mm-hmm.
The Hornets was getting 7.5 points on the road versus a good Raptors team at home, where the Raptors play the best ball at, and the Hornets covered and almost won that game outright. They went toe-to-toe versus a good Hawks team. They covered at home versus OKC, catching 17.5, and they only lost by 13. So I'm going to be on the Hornets in this spot. The Hornets, they haven't been winning, but they've been covering.
Yep. Hornets have lost 6 in a row right now. New York has covered 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two, but those are some significant absences there. Landry Shamit's out right now as well. Here we know OG's been out here. LaMelo is probable in this game, so those are good signs there for the Hornets. Brandon Miller ready to go as well here. Kalkbrenner probable. So,
also the Hornets have like some solid role players, solid bench pieces. They got Colin Sexton coming in. We know Colin Sexton plays with a lot of fight. So.
Okay. Well, we hope they could turn around. 4-13. We know the Knicks have been playing pretty steady, but you mentioned it, DeAndre. They're just 2-5 straight up on the road, 1-6 against the spread on the road. Now they are a nice favorite at 8-5, but that's really been mostly at home. I mean, 1-6 out on the road against the spread. That kind of says it right there. And although the Hornets have just 4 wins, 3 of them have come at home. They're just 3-5 straight up at home. But again, when you're 1-8 on the road, shows you that at least at home they're competitive. Maybe they're getting enough points here, like the under in this one, DeAndre. With these two, you got a Charlotte team that's gone under in 9 of their last 13. 4 of the last 5 meetings have been under. The Knicks have been playing over for the most part this season. They're 10-6 to the over, but they are 3-4 to the under on the road. So I'm going to go under in this one with the Knicks and the Hornets. DeAndre says take more points here with the Hornets at home. And let's see what the chat says. Let's see. Timmy says he's got team total over there for the Knicks. I think Mr. Weskers has them in the G League. He has the Hornets being demoted, I think, here.
Right. Come on, Timmy, too. Shoo.
Oh, man. The Hornets, a great franchise. Come on. They're still looking for glory down there for the Hornets. They've been around a long time, man. I remember having some of their gear right away, DeAndre, when they just started. I was like, I like these colors. They haven't won anything. All right. Let's keep it moving here right now. And we're in the East here of the NBA Cup. And we've got Pacers here taking on those Raptors. Poor Raptors, DeAndre. No one even knows about how hot they are because of the Detroit Pistons. But I think we all know. They've won 8 in a row right now, looking great here, covering 10 of their last 13. The Pacers, uh, I don't know if we saw this type of decline coming, and I'm sure they'll improve. But just 2 wins in 17 games, DeAndre, I can't even think of a team with such a dramatic turnaround from. Now, granted, last year that was a little bit of a surprise, right? The run they got, they had good personnel, and they still do when they're healthy. But to see a team that was near almost upset their way into the NBA, deep into the maybe even the finals. To have this kind of record right now, it really is stunning. But what do you think here, Toronto? By the way, let me get to the standings too. In this one, the uh, Pacers here, 0-2, of course. Toronto 3-0. They're going for the sweep right here. They're already in to the NBA Cup knockout stage, actually, and a win here would just give them the 4-0 they need.
Well, yeah, since you said that they already in, I think that they kind of, I ain't gonna say they take off they feet off the gas, off the brakes or whatever, but I'm gonna be on the Pacers. The Pacers are gonna get healthier. The Pacers have covered their last 3 games. They're starting to look better. And I think that, they just headed to the right direction. I mean, they haven't been winning games, but they have been covering certain games. They've been covering in certain spots. So I'll take the Pacers in this spot.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that the Raptors are going to lose this one necessarily right now, but I think for me,
Oh yeah, I forgot Pascal used to play for the Raptors too. Okay. Thank you for that, Timmy Tushu.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, that's no doubt. But it's been these injuries now. Barrett is out for Toronto in this game, and yeah, we know the injuries there for the Pacers right now. No surprises. There's no new updates. They just have a bunch of guys still out here right now. So with Toronto and Indy here. In this one, DeAndre says, "Go ahead and take the Pacers here, getting those points there, 9.5 there, and the total at 234 and a half. I think I'm going to go under here in this one, actually. Now, this has been an over series. 6 of the last 8 meetings have gone over, but Toronto's gone under in 4 of their last 5. The Pacers are 2-7 to the under on the road. I'm going to go under again here with this matchup. Pacers have gone over in 4 of their last 5, but I'm going to take the under here with the Pacers and the Raptors. DeAndre likes it. Pacers getting those points on the road here in the NBA Cup. And let's see what the chat had to say. Mr. Wesker said, Pacers there. Want to say hello and welcome to, hey, Luis Pepe. He says, back in the Muggsy Bogues day. Yeah, that's when I was watching the Hornets. And you know who else I liked when he was on the Hornets? Baron Davis as well. I think that was New Orleans. So that might have been the old New Orleans Hornets there for a while, remember?
Yeah.
And that was weird when that happened. Okay, USA. Hello to USA. 45. That's a salute to the president there, I think. But he says anything I'll base my opinions is based on the. Thank you for joining us, USA. All right. Timmy says, I think he got some comments in there as well. All right. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, got some picks in that one. All right, let's move on here, DeAndre. Next up, we're out west here in this one with Minnesota taking on Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City here, 8.5-point favorite. And I don't know if I can say that. And no one even thinks about these Oklahoma City Thunder. No, come on, they're great. They've won 9 in a row here right now, but that's like old business, DeAndre. That's just what they do. It's not a big deal. Minnesota here has played pretty well of late. They've won 8 of 12, but they have lost 2 in a row here to Phoenix and Sacramento. They've also failed to cover in 3 straight. They actually haven't done a good job covering spreads at all. Oklahoma City still likes to cover spreads. Doesn't matter. Covered 9 of their last 13 coming in. And for Oklahoma City, they're 2-0. Minnesota's 2-1. It's a pretty important game here for the Timberwolves. They want to have a chance. They have to win this one in the NBA Cup. Oklahoma City could lose and still be in there, but they're still a big favorite.
Yeah. with this Timberwolves team, man, we've been getting them as like you said, they dropped back to back games on the road, but in those games we was getting the Timberwolves laying points.
Hmm.
In this game we getting the Timberwolves as a dog, and this should be a good game. SGA versus Ant Man. I think that Minnesota can be competitive in this game after coming off those bad losses and getting them in this spot as a dog. I'll take it. With the angle of them needing to kind of win this game, I think that they come into this game on a and keep it competitive.
Yeah, Minnesota here. They have lost four out of the last five to Oklahoma City, but um, yeah, they're like I said, they long term here they've been okay. Short term, they have failed 7 of the last 10. They were on a little bit of a good streak before that. Come in here at still 10-7 straight up. We know what Oklahoma City's all about. So uh, DeAndre says, go ahead and take the Wolves here in this one. I'm gonna take another under. I think here, DeAndre, you have a Minnesota team that's actually gone under in 7 straight games. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City's gone under in 6 of their last 9. It's kind of an over series, but I've got another under here with these two tonight at 227. All right, see what you guys in the chat have in this one. I think Timmy's going over here. Mr. Weskers does not want anything to do with Minnesota. Ant-Man, Timmy Two Shoes, he's got him for 4.
Mr.
Trey,
Weskers, the Timberwolves been laying points. Getting them as a dog right now. Come on, man. Come on. SGA versus Ant Man. Come
okay.
on.
DeAndre, Minnesota 0-3 against the spread as an underdog, 3-6 against the spread on the road. But again, you've got 8.5 points here. The Thunder. I'm not saying they're ever complacent. I mean, they're still covering these numbers here left and right. But they did go through a streak there just a little while ago. Remember when they were laying some double digits and didn't cover. But okay, here we go. Thanks, you guys, in the chat as well. And let's keep it moving here. We got one more out back east here, just the times. I'm going in order of the Vegas rotation here, but same time here with the Bucks and the Heat. DeAndre, the Heat come in here 12-6. We saw the return of Tyler Hero, and not only that, the Suns, quite frankly, the Heat, quite frankly, are playing terrific here right now with their own winning streak. And what's happened to Milwaukee, DeAndre, if you could tell me, because they've lost 5 in a row. Heat have won 5 in a row. I will say this, Milwaukee has covered 6 of the last 7 against Miami. So how much more difficult can I make this for you right now? Hot Miami, cold Milwaukee, but Milwaukee owns the head-to-head series of late.
Yeah, Milwaukee have not been competitive without Giannis. They're 2-8 ATS their last 10.
They're
They
2-0
failed
in the NBA Cup, though.
They failed to cover the last 5. They just got blown out versus Portland at home on their court, and they was favored. Miami played their best ball at home, and the best thing about it is this Miami team is just now starting to get healthy. So I lay with the Heat. I don't want to touch the Bucks.
Okay. I should have added. Said to you that Milwaukee 2-0 in the NBA Cup. The Heat are 2-1 in the NBA Cup, and this would make it very, very interesting. If the Heat could get this win, and they're obviously expected to, they're going to improve to 3-1. Milwaukee's going to fall to 2-1, and the way they're struggling right now, and the way the Heat are hot, you almost got to say the Heat are going to pass them up possibly and get into the knockout stage. As far as the tiebreaker is concerned, really the Bucks could fall into it, but they really are chasing those other two teams. Talking about the Raptors and the Cavs a little bit, so kind of interesting here. I'm sorry, the Pistons as well. So kind of interesting here the way it's unfolding with the East team, who will be the 4th team is what I'm kind of getting at here. So, all right, for me in this one, here with Milwaukee and Miami. I'll take a look at the total here for you. Give you guys a pick on both side and total with DeAndre and I right now. This one I'm going to go with the over. DeAndre, 11 of the last 14 in this series have gone over. Now Milwaukee is 2-5 to the over on the road, but they are 6-3 to the over as an underdog. And we'll see. Hero looked great, like he just never missed any time. Still a pretty big number here, but the stretch was Milwaukee 6-1 against the spread. Their last 7 against Miami, but Miami's won 8 of their last 9 right now. DeAndre, as you said, to lay it with the Heat over the struggling Bucks. I'll give you the over in this one. All right, and in the
How you
chat,
doing, sports fan? How you doing? How you doing?
over. Oh man, the notification didn't. Okay, yeah, I did kind of set the show kind of late too. There, so many games I almost forgot. I was just like take it for granted there. Mr. West was going to lay it with the Heat. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
This a new Miami team, Mr. Whiskers. When you was betting on this Heat team, they had Terry Rozier betting and all that and all that. This a new Heat team, man. The Heat play good at home. The Bucks don't really play good without Giannis, man.
I think we've been on the Heat. I mean, they're 7-2 HES at home, and we've been hitting them here on the show for sure. We've been talking Heat basketball. Okay, let's keep it in the West here with the Grizzlies taking on the Pelicans. These are some also rans here, I think, DeAndre, as far as the cup is concerned. The Grizzlies are 1-1, but the Lakers are 3-0 in that group, and New Orleans is 0-3 right now. But hey, still a game here. New Orleans coming off of a win, remember, over the Bulls there. And I had the Bulls. I had the Grizz in that one. And Memphis here is off of a loss to Denver last time out. That stopped their winning streak. So these guys are probably hard-pressed to get. New Orleans definitely is. Minnesota would have to, or Memphis would have to win a couple and win big, I think, to have a chance.
Yeah, this Pelicans team, some days Zion playing, some days he not, some days they won't compete, some days they don't. But I guess I'm gonna take them in this spot while they're competing. I'll take them to try to get their first in cup season win. They might have on the black and green jerseys. And out there in New Orleans, the crowd might show up for this game. They're gonna think, we love Ja Morant out here. I can't lie, out here in New Orleans, we love Ja Morant. So this might be a packed game. The fans might show out. Zion versus Ja Morant. Last time Jock showed up to this game, pulled up, he went crazy. I was there. And it was after he came on. He just came back from a little gun situation.
Mm-hmm.
Ja Morant came in there and scored like 30, and he hit the game winner. So it's kind of like a revenge game for the Pelicans. So I'm gonna be on the Pelicans in this.
I have Morant very questionable to make this game actually right now.
Okay. They're gonna hurt us. They're gonna hurt us Pelicans fans because we're gonna come to this game for Ja Morant more than we're gonna come for Zion.
Also, Zach Edey left last game too with a head injury, and he's questionable here as well in this one. For the Pelicans, Hawkins is out, and Herb Jones is questionable. But I think those are some significant injuries there for Memphis coming in. A Memphis team that is just 2-6 against the spread on the road, although they are 5-2 against the spread as an underdog. Okay, DeAndre says, though, Pelicans here getting 1.5 at home from the Grizz here.
At home, Timmy Two Shoe. Come on, at home. They've been kind of playing a little better,
Oh, yeah, no, well, yeah, look, it's been a rough start for New Orleans.
It's been a rough start. They've been injured. I don't know.
They covered 4 out of the last 5 games.
That's why I say they've been kind of competing. They're at home in front of fans. Yeah.
Memphis has covered here 6 of the last 8 in the series between
Yeah.
these two teams. And look, for me, I'm going to give out a total here, and I've got a Memphis team that's a hardcore under here right now, while New Orleans is a kind of a steady over team. But I think for me, I'm going to go with the under in this one. Memphis has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games coming in. We know they faced each other back in, I believe, late October. Memphis got the win 128-122 in a high scoring game and got the money, but I'm going to try the under here in this
The boy
one.
Queen playing nice too, man. That boy Queen, he playing
Everyone's
nice.
talking Queen. Easy come, easy go. All right, let's keep it moving here. On well, let me get the comments here. Grizzlies, is there anything here? Let's see. Timmy was on the over there. Thank you, Timmy. And I think Timmy's starting to wonder if Zach Edey's injury prone. You know, DeAndre, what I say about players who are injury prone, once you're injury prone, you're pretty much always injury prone. Why you're injury prone. Okay. How about the Rockets and the Warriors here, DeAndre? You have Houston here. Man, they're another hot team here with Houston right now. And Golden State, they're definitely not quite getting it together yet overall. I mean, we're not going to fret with the Warriors here. They are, after all, a 6-1 straight up at home, 6-1 straight up against the spread. But here comes a Houston team. This is a near pick 'em here, DeAndre, in the NBA Cup. You do have the Warriors in this group, though, 1-2, and Houston 1-2. Here's the thing: Portland's 2-1, Denver's 2-1, Spurs are 1-1. They're not toast here, but it is kind of weird that two good teams, both of them have 2 losses. They're going to be hard pressed to make it. Actually,
Yeah, Warriors out might be without some of the best players in this game. KD might not play in this game neither, but that man
he's
Sengun is
out
a
likely.
problem. Sengun is a problem. We know that this is a playoff matchup. We seen this last season. This is
Yeah.
a playoff matchup. We know that these two teams kind of don't even like each other. Like this is, a rivalry also too. Like we know the Rockets and the Warriors go way back. But with this matchup, like I said, I just think that the size with the Rockets, the Warriors can't match up with that, and I'm gonna lean towards the Rockets in this game.
Okay. Rockets are, I said the Warriors are 6-1 against the spread at home. The Rockets are 7-1 against the spread on the road. So you do have kind of two forces kind of colliding here. Now, Golden State has won 9 of the last 11 in this series and covered 12 of the last 18 between these two teams. This series is a hardcore under 8 of the last 11, and you mentioned the rivalry between the two, but I don't know. This year so far, I mean, uh, Houston's gone over in 9 of their last 13. They're 6-2 to the over on the road. The Warriors are over in 4 of their last 5, and they're also 9-3 to the over as a favorite. They are favorite here. I know it's kind of close, but I'm going to take the over here in this one. Like I said, this series, 8 of the last 11 under, but in the NBA Cup here with I'm not saying they don't have anything to play for. The winner of this game is still going to be, I think, alive, just because Portland and Denver both have a loss. But you got to win win the division here, or win the group between these two, because I don't think the second place team is getting in from this group. If anything, it'd be Denver. Go ahead.
Yeah, Timmy Tushu. We know that the Rockets gonna have 8 men, Thompson, Gordon, Curry from the time the ball gets tipped in the air. It's gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. I think the Rockets got the recipe to beat this Golden State team. We always see a good matchup between these two teams. So we've
Yeah.
been seeing Curry wear different type of shoes and
Well,
stuff lately too.
he just got rid of his deal with Under Armour. He quit Under Armour, right?
Okay, yeah. Curry been wearing Jordans. Curry just been having fun. He been wearing Kobe's. He just been, he been wearing having fun.
Well, I don't know.
Nah, I think Draymond out this game. Draymond out, Al Horford out, and I think
Yeah,
Kaminga's out this game.
yeah. Dre's upgraded to probable. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. Big Al's out. KD's definitely out, and
What about Kaminga? I think Kaminga's out.
yeah, he is out.
Yeah, so
Yep.
and that's a key piece for this Warriors team. Kaminga easily averaged 20 points off the bench or whether he starts 20 points.
The funny thing, DeAndre, about Curry, he, left Under Armour. I don't know if you saw his latest commercial. He's on like a cell phone commercial.
Yeah,
He's
I've
like,
been seeing Curry. Yeah, I've been seeing him.
yeah,
I've been
but
seeing
he
him.
said in the cell phone commercial, he says, "I don't switch. I don't switch."
Yeah,
He
yeah, I've
just
been with the same
he just
team.
switched his shoe contract and was talking cell phones. All right, Curry, that's Mr. Wesker's favorite player.
I see that. I see that. I see that. Curry not better than Kyrie. Take it or leave it.
Okay, yeah, he's reliable. Okay, here we go with the Spurs and the Blazers here. Spurs still getting it done. I think one of the best stories is the fact they've been able to keep it going here without Wembanyama. I think that shows how deep and how good this team is, although they did lose that game to Phoenix, but we know Phoenix has been playing pretty well. Portland, meanwhile, DeAndre comes in here off of a win right now. They did beat Milwaukee. They hammered them pretty good in the NBA Cup right now for these two teams. You got a San Antonio team here, and in this group, they're 1-1. The Blazers are 2-1. Spurs need to either way. Both these teams need to win. Probably only one team gets in, maybe from Group C.
Yeah. We know this Spurs team was out with a they without Wimby, they're without Castle, and they're without
Oh boy.
Harper. Harper.
Oh man.
So looking at this game, I think that Portland got solid pieces to compete in this game. We just seen the Trailblazers get back on the right side. They got some big wins in their last few games. We just seen them beat Milwaukee there was underdogs in that game. It's just that the Spurs injury report is was keeping me off this side. So
Yeah.
I lean to the Trailblazers here.
No, it's some of the key players in the game. I mean, you got not only Wemby, but Castle. I mean, this guy's been terrific for him so far. Shaden Sharp, questionable for the Blazers. Drew is also questionable. So I think the injury report on both sides is kind of important here in this game. You mentioned, though, with Portland here, they are 5-2 against the spread at home. Meanwhile, the Spurs are still 1-4-1 ATS on the road. Now, DeAndre, I'm going to go over here for sure. You got a Portland team that has gone over in all 7 games they've been favored this year. They've also gone over in 12 of 18 overall this season.
Yeah, and
And
you got to think about this. That rim protection from Wimby is gone. We know Wimby averages a couple blocks a game, and without that, this Portland team gonna get to the basket.
Spurs are 1-2 the under as an underdog, but again, no Wemby. I'll take the over. DeAndre's on the Blazers here in this one. And let's see in the chat. Jimmy's going over. Mr. Westers will take the Spurs, though, here with 1.5. They almost have to win outright. All right. Hey, one more in the NBA Cup on Wednesday night. And it's going to be the Suns taking on the Kings here. The Suns, they're off a loss into that 3-game winning streak last time when they dropped that game to Houston, 114-92 as a 6.5-point dog. Kings, meanwhile, here, DeAndre, they've won 2 in a row. This is as I want to say this is as hot as they've been right now, but well, what can you say? They've grabbed a couple of games here of late against Denver and Minnesota, so give them credit for that. Beat 2 good teams for sure. Now, in the NBA Cup here, it's a little bit more important for Phoenix than it is here for Sacktown. Sacktown's 0-2. Phoenix is 2-0. So Oklahoma City's 2-0. That's the same group as Oklahoma City. So you have those two teams, and Minnesota we just mentioned as well, or we did in that Thunder game. But they're 2-1. So very important for Phoenix. Sacramento really just playing for just trying to get it going here.
Yeah, like you said, this Kings team beat the Timberwolves last game. Then they beat Denver outright. In Denver, we know how hard it is to play in Denver, but and they also covered versus the Thunder. This Kings team been showing signs of improvement. So I trust them at home getting points. I trust them at home, and like I said, them in their last couple games. They've been showing signs of improvement. So I trust them here, and we know the Suns coming off that bad loss. So they got to hit the road. I don't think it's a good spot for the Suns. Meanwhile, the Kings already just upset at the Timberwolves at home, and now they still at home with momentum. They want to
Yeah.
light the beam. They want to find a way to light the beam. So I'll take the Kings.
Kings are 8-4 in the series against the spread against Sacramento. That's one positive they have. Now we know Phoenix has been hot, no doubt about it. They've covered 8 of their last 10. Sacramento just the opposite, but Phoenix is much better at home. There are 3-4 against the spread on the road. To be fair, they are 7-1 against the spread as a favorite, and they are favored here in this one in Sacramento. Just 2-6 ATS at home. But again, they've shown a little life here. I'm going to go under for me, DeAndre. I'm going to give the total out. And I've got Phoenix going under here in 8 of their last 11. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, they've gone under in 5 of their last 6. I'm going to take the under in this one with Phoenix and Sacramento. And we've done it all. Oh, let me get the chat, but we've done them all here in this one. Suns get a little wonky. I don't know. I think that's my word, right? He's mocking me or he's saying what I'm saying. They get a little wonky on the road there. Kings can score. It's just what will the Suns do? No reason to stop fading the Kings. No reason to stop fading the Kings, says Mr. Westers. Look, the Phoenix has definitely improved. I think they're going to come back down to earth eventually here. I don't want to say this is a handicapping angle, DeAndre, but a story came out in the last 24 to 48 hours or so. The Suns are a cluster off the court right now. They're like the owners are suing each other for mismanaging the team. They're accusing the main owner of
Yeah, all that matters. All that matters, Mr.
it
Ramon.
does
He's doing.
eventually, right? You give
Yeah.
credit to the players because they've I'm sure this has been brewing a little bit. We know the owners
Yeah,
messed
especially
up.
with the kind of season that they have, and it's one of the best seasons, after the Durant era, so
They're off to
all
it, yeah.
that.
And sometimes, players do kind of rise up in situations like that too to say, hey, we're better than all this. But you got to think eventually if they don't iron that out or figure out what's going on, it'll come back in the end because that messes things up. Hello and welcome here, DeAndre. One more commenter here, Justin Lansdale. Here he's talking about one of the other games there we've already talked about with
Night moves.
Giannis, but we just want to say hello and thank
How
you
you
for
doing, Justin? How you doing? Yeah, man. We know how Giannis feel about these cup games. So if you could get a good price with the Bucks before, we know that the NBA don't wait till the last second. Like they
yeah.
waited literally 5 minutes before games to let
But
you know if the player playing or not.
I think it is a big point there, though, that his status is questionable. I think that shows that we're getting near his return. I feel like he actually could make that.
Yeah, he love these Cubs games. He love these Cubs games. He love these Cup games.
Yeah, good on Giannis for that. I think hey, every little bit helps. Okay, DeAndre and I are going to preview a few college basketball games here on Wednesday. As I said, we got the big games also in the Players Era Championship today. That's Gonzaga and Michigan. Also, the third place game, Kansas and Tennessee. But hey, DeAndre and I were getting the show together. We got to kind of go with some games because those lines even though we're here late night, those lines were just kind of coming out. So we selected some games that we knew who were going to play and what the line was going to be. Let's get into it. And we kind of wanted to start with the first. I thought first game on the board. Let's do that, DeAndre. And Tony always says always good to do the first game on the board. So let's get into this one maybe a little bit with Lowell taking on Stonehill here in this one. This one's on the added board for Wednesday here, but we do know right now this is the top game on the board, the first game, but at noon Eastern and 9 Pacific time. And I don't know, DeAndre, this one's on you. You got 1-6 Lowell and 2-5 Stonehill. What's your angle here? You probably got something up your sleeve.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it short and simple, man. Like we know that these are two trash teams. Both of these teams are not really good. I'm gonna just say that I don't want to lay no point this many points for Stonehill. The last two times these two teams played, UMass won outright. So, I'll take UMass Lowell with the points.
Okay, taking Lowell here plus what do I got? 3.5 there. Okay, I got you on that one, DeAndre. I got to go over, man. Lowell can't stop anybody. It feels like right now in this. Yeah, I know they gave up to some, 86 to Columbia, 87 to Bradley, 109 to Wake. So I'm going to go over with these two. Stonehill is just 2-3-1 to the under here right now, but I'm going to go here with this one, and I'm going to go over here with any game involving Lowell at this.
Yeah, they played on December 18th, 2024.
Okay.
UMass won 78-67, and they played November 29th, 2023, and UMass Law won 80-74 outright.
Okay, I figured hey, if you pick this game, you're probably feeling Lowell's going to hang in there. So I'll
Yeah.
go with you on this. All right. Let's go to another one here on the board here with the Toledo Rockets. They're taking on the Belmont Bruins here. This is at the hoops tournament out there in Fort Myers, Florida. You've got Belmont here favored by 5.5. Belmont comes in here 6-0. Toledo comes in here with a record of 4-2. So been a good run. Belmont. We know how good this program has been over the last few years, and looks like they're pretty good again. This is just their. Let's see here, 2-3 ATS. Toledo 2-0 ATS is a dog. What do you have here for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Belmont laying the points. Toledo struggled defensively. Belmont is a good shooting team. They got good defense. They should be able to take advantage of a weak Toledo defense. They force a lot of turnovers. They force a lot of tough shots. And this Belmont roster is experienced. So I'll lay it with Belmont.
Okay, yeah, Belmont here still undefeated. They're not getting the money every time, but they did get it last time against St. Francis, but they failed against Lipscomb. They did covered against Oral. They didn't cover against Tennessee State or Air Force. Toledo, though, meanwhile, on a little bit of a winning streak after losing their first two games. They've beaten Wright, Detroit, Youngstown, and Troy all in a row here right now, doing a pretty good job. I'm going to go under in this one, though, for sure. You have these two teams combined 3-8 to the under. Belmont's 1-4 to the under as a favorite. Toledo is 0-2 to the under as a dog. I think I'm going to have to go under here in this one between Belmont and Toledo at the hoops tournament down there in Fort Myers, Florida. All right, and Mr. Wesker is here. Oh, he was on Lowell back on that other game. Sorry about that, Mr. Wesker. Didn't catch you there. All right, DeAndre, and we're gonna go out west here. This one being played in Palm Desert, California. Great, beautiful place. Pepperdine and Fresno. You got Fresno here favored by 2.5. Total here 148.5. This game goes off at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 Pacific out there in California with these two. Fresno's 5-2 so far. Pepperdine coming into this one, DeAndre 3-3. Fresno's on a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, I just think that this is a bad travel spot for Fresno State. This is their true first road game. We seen Pepperdine go on the road against UCLA and be competitive. This is a neutral site, so I think that Pepperdine is due for a win here. Backdoor cover for sure.
Okay, yeah, with let's see, 2.5 there for Fresno here in this one, and again for Pepperdine, they've been alternating wins and losses. They did just lose to Stephen F. Austin, didn't cover, but they covered against New Orleans, and they failed to cover against the Northern Colorado Bears for Fresno. That 3-game winning streak, they've been getting the money too. They covered against Utah Valley. They covered. They also played Stephen F. Austin and New Orleans as part of this event so far. So I think that is notable as well. I'm going to go over here in this one with Pepperdine and Fresno State. Fresno's gone over in both of their event games out here at Palm Desert. Meanwhile, Pepperdine did go over against New Orleans. They did go under against Stephen F. Austin, but give me the over here in this one with Pepperdine and Fresno. All right, and let's see here. Sports fan says hit the like button. Thank you, sports
Thank
fan.
you, sports fan.
And Timmy has a soft spot for Pepperdine, and he likes them here. And Mr. Wester says he wanted us to talk about how Syracuse is playing in the event there in Las Vegas. All right. Let's go one more here, DeAndre. This is at the Battle for Atlantis. We're in the ballroom of the Nassau, Bahamas here with St. Mary's a 10 or 10.5 point favorite even here against Wichita State. Hey, I mean, I get it, but you still have a great St. Mary's team here, 6-0 right now, DeAndre. Wichita is 4-1 and they're 5-0 against the spread. They've actually got a better spread record than St. Mary's here so far. St. Mary's just 4-1 ATS, despite that 6-0 record. They had one non-division one win as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Wichita State in this game. I think St. Mary has had a weak schedule. Wichita State played good versus Boise State. Only lost by 3 on the road. They take Wichita State take care of the ball. They rebound good and they shoot the three well. I think Wichita State is gonna rely on their defense to keep this game close.
Okay, taking the Shockers here with Wichita up against St. Mary's in this one in the event in the Bahamas here on Wednesday. I'm going to grab the over here with DeAndre. St. Mary's 4-1 to the over so far this season. Wichita is 2-3 to the under, but I'm going to go with the over here in this one. St. Mary's has gone over in 4 straight games coming into this one. So usually you think of St. Mary's maybe being the under team, but when they're going over, I'm going over. So give me the over with Wichita and St. Mary's. And we'll visit the chat one more time. Thank you, DeAndre, for a great job here. Timmy says he likes Wichita, but St. Mary's will cover there.
Wichita State numbers just too good. ATS getting 10. I want to be all over it.
Needed for the Shockers there. ATS, how about that? All right, DeAndre, appreciate it. I'm going to cover the hockey here, but don't forget, everyone, you can go over to Tony'sPicks.com, get DeAndre's premium picks and mine. Why not as well? Over there at Tony's Picks, use the promo code Tony T at checkout, save 15%. Check out the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot, and then get signed up, DeAndre. Hey, if I don't catch you, I'll be here tomorrow if you are, but if not, have a great Thanksgiving as well. But if you're around, I'll be around. I'll still come back tomorrow and
Okay,
appreciate it.
yeah. We're gonna definitely try to. We're gonna definitely. That's why we night moves. I think I think everybody would want us to come and celebrate, and bring
You might
Thanksgiving
want
in the right way,
to talk a
because
little.
it's gonna be a busy day, Thanksgiving Day.
You want to talk a little Thanksgiving football with me?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So they're gonna be good. I think they're gonna be good. We're gonna have us a good show that day. I'll be here. I'll be here, Mr. Ramon. You can count on me.
All right,
Y'all can
check out
count on me to
everybody
pull
over
up.
there with their picks in there right now. And you see DeAndre, look, his picks are in there as well. These are the picks in chronological order for tomorrow with our premium picks with all the gang here at Tony's Picks. So you can always check out those handicapper leaderboards, see who's hot. Click on the All Cappers tab. That's when you'll find all the cappers on there. You can scroll down, find the handicapper of your choice, and get signed up. All right, DeAndre, you want to do your roll call or get on out of here?
Let's do it. Let's do it. We got Timmy Two Shoe who been here with us. We got Mr. Whiskers tonight. We got Sports Fan. We got Justin. We got Louis Peep. We got Keith. We got
Yeah, some new.
USA. We got Jerry Jones. Can't forget about him. So appreciate all the love and the support, man. Y'all keep showing up. We're gonna keep delivering for y'all. Like I said at the beginning of the show, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to y'all. Y'all be safe. Let's print some money on these in these holidays. Like we thankful to be able to bet and bring in some money. So just appreciate all the love and the support, man. I got my best bet in at Tony'sPicks.com. We hit our best bet today, so we ready to go. We loaded up. We got some plays loaded in. I know Mr. Ramon gonna bring y'all some winners. Had a good show today. Appreciate y'all dialogue. Appreciate you, Timmy Two Shoe. Appreciate you, Mr. Weskers. Sports fan, Cal Dog. I forgot about you in the roll call. But LALV,
Oh yeah,
the whole squad, Mr. Whiskers like Syracuse plus 8.5. So yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to Mr. Whiskers. Y'all didn't look good today. Y'all didn't look good today versus Kansas.
yeah, it's a little flat.
Y'all was a little
San Diego
flat.
State looked better. They beat Oregon. They crushed Oregon, DeAndre. They bounced back big time. My San
Yeah,
Diego
yeah,
State.
yeah. So yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm gonna let Mr. Ramon get y'all to the hockey.
Oh sure. Now that there's 15 games, you're gonna leave, huh?
Oh my God! But now to almost beat Houston outright. Okay, okay, Mr. Whiskers, y'all almost beat Houston
They
outright.
almost
That's
did. That
cool.
was a great
That's
game.
cool. That was a good game. I ain't
They
gonna. I
looked
like
flat.
Mellow
They
Sun.
looked
I'm not gonna lie. I like Mellow Sun. I like Mellow Sun. But good luck, everybody. Good night, y'all. Have a blessed day. Money making Wednesday. Come check me out at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the code TonyT for 15%. Check out Mr. Ramon. And good luck to y'all, everybody. Good luck. Shout out to everybody. Mr.
DeAndre.
Whiskers, Kyrie better than Curry in the championship. Kyrie hit the shot over him to come back down 3-1. Good night, everybody.
Mm, DeAndre Stevenson, everybody at Tony'sPicks.com, leaving us with some controversial comments about the Curry and Kyrie. But hey, at least Curry thinks the Earth is around. All right, and thanks, DeAndre, and we'll cover the 15 games here. Settle in for the next hour or so. I don't know if we'll go that slow, but we're going to talk all the NHL games here for the action on Wednesday, and we'll get it started off here right now. I might need your help to make it through the whole segment here with this card. And hey, it's a great night, when you're on the eve of Thanksgiving, go out and enjoy some hockey with the family and have a great time at the arena in a lot of these places, or do like me and just watch a bunch of games. Let's go to it. I've got them all lined up here for you guys. And we're going to start off here with the top of the card. The Bruins taking on the Islanders here in this one. You got Buffalo or I'm sorry, you got the Bruins coming in here 13-11 right now. The Islanders are 13-8-2. Islanders have won 3 of 4 coming in right now. Wins over Dallas, Detroit, and Seattle. They did lose to St. Louis, but the Islanders here are 7-3 in their last 10. Boston's been a nice dog. They're 11-9 as an underdog here this season. uh, been underdog in a lot of their games overall, but Islanders still a pretty big favorite here at $1.65. The Bruins have cooled down a little bit after that hot stretch that saw them get their record back to respectability after, kind of an up and down start to this season. So they've definitely stabilized here a little bit coming into this one. But for me, I think you got to look, in these type of series, you kind of look at the season series a little bit. And Boston has won 9 of the last 12 against the Islanders in this series. 8 of the last 9 matchups between these two teams have gone over, including 4 out of the last 5 games between the two teams at the Islanders. So I think I'll just go with the over in this one. But man, I think you got to give the Bruins a long look just because they, the price basically, right? Maybe you could take them plus 1 goal here in this one, but I think I'll just grab the over. The Islanders are 6-3 to the over as a favorite here. But Islanders have gone under in 6 straight. I'm not gonna, just ignore that fact, but I'm gonna go over here in this one at 6 goals. Keith says Islanders in regulation here. That'll get your price down a little bit there, right? All right. Jimmy Two Shoes can't stop talking about Geeky. He loves them. We all do. All right. Next up, the Flyers are. The Flyers are at the Panthers here in this one. The Panthers come in having won 3 of their last 4 games. They got another $1.65 favorite here, by the way. Islanders had their little modest 2-game winning streak snap last time out with the loss to Tampa Bay. Philly comes in here 11-7-3. Florida's 12-9-1. So these teams are definitely clicking pretty well here right now. No problem. You do have Philadelphia, however, just 4. Just 3-4 on the road here so far. Overall, let me see if I got the actual record here for Philly on the road. 3-4-1, I think, here right now, following the action here on back from Monday night. We know there was only 1 game here last night, but Florida still 8-3 at home this season. 8-3-1 at home this season. Hard to fathom. They're in 6th place in the Atlantic Division, but they've obviously been, had some injuries here, and that's kind of halted them so far from any progress so far this season. And you do have Florida, though, has won 5 of their last 7 games overall right now. Philadelphia as a road dog has not been that sharp, and maybe that is enough to just stay off of them despite the price. The price not being too bad here, I think, is what I'm looking at. But still, man, $1. In fact, I'm seeing Florida rise to about $1.70 actually here right now between these two clubs. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two, 4 of the last 5 for these two, have gone over between Philadelphia and Florida here, but I think I'm going under here in this one. I know it's 5.5 right now, but you got Vladar here and Bobrovsky, I believe, expected here. Vladar 8-4-1, 2.42 goals against and a 91% save percentage. Bobrovsky 2.8 goals against right now, 88.5% save percentage. But I'm going under in this one with the Flyers and the Panthers here on Wednesday night. I know the Panthers have been trending over here, but I'm going to go under in this one. All right, and let's see. Timothy's on the Panthers here, and Jimmy says with the Flyers, auto under. Yeah, they've actually been scoring a little bit more. The Flyers can play D, but not play offense very well. Yeah, they were shut out last game, obviously. They did put up 6 against New Jersey, but they also had that 5-1 loss. They're inconsistent at best right now. I guess that's the best way that I can put it. Uh, Philadelphia does kind of they do go over a little bit in these conference games, but I'm with you. I'm going under. It's 5.5 after all. The odds makers aren't expecting uh, that 6 goal either. So, all right, let's continue on here. Toronto is on the road taking on the Blue Jackets. You got the Blue Jackets a buck 20, buck 25 or so. Showing 6 under 20 there on the screen. I think it might be yeah. I better call it 6 flat. I mean, I see the sharp books are actually shaded to the under, and the square books are actually shaded to the over. If anything, you're supposed to kind of look to the sharp books here in this one. If both teams are coming in here off of a pair of losses of late. Toronto lost to Montreal and Columbus, and Detroit lost to Washington here and Detroit. The game against Columbus back there on November the 20th was a 3-2 victory for the Blue Jackets over Columbus, and that was at Toronto. So Columbus did a nice job on that one, got the win on the road over Toronto in that one. They also met back a few weeks before that, about 3 weeks before that. Columbus won that one 6-3. So look, they're at home here. You might want to think it is revenge, but Columbus is 6-0 as a favorite this season. Toronto's 0-5 as an underdog. They've already beat them twice. Uh, yes, Toronto is probably good enough to exact some revenge. Both teams have just mediocre records. Toronto 9-10-3, Columbus 11-9-3 coming in. So when does it become revenge, and when does it become just enough dominance? I don't think you're going to say that Columbus is an overwhelmingly dominant team to be able to dominate a series over Toronto here right now. But when you've done this kind of job, winning 5 of the last 6 meetings against them, and Toronto definitely not getting it done like maybe we're expecting right now. I got to take Columbus here. Stop yapping and just make the call. Toronto's 1-6 on the road this season as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take Columbus here. 6 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Toronto, we know they're massive over. 14 of their last 17. They've gotten back into that over spirit here, it feels like, after that last game, because they did have 3 straight unders after that long streak. And Toronto also over in 6 of their last 7 on the road. But give me Columbus here for sure at minus $1.20 or $1.25. All right, and let's see here. Mr. Wesker says fading the Leafs, that's tradition. And Leafs for Timmy Two Shoe. Timmy says Columbus and under. You guys are all over it here with me. Wool isn't bad. Look, with Wool in there right now, coming into this one, right? Yes, he's kind of the one that's, I want to say, kept him in some of these games, but he does have a 3.26 goals against and a 1-2-1 record as the backup. I show Greaves on there. I'm not sure if it's going to be Greaves, but he is, Columbus's man here, 7-4-3 with a 2.8 goals against. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Columbus no matter who's in there, but. All right, let's keep it moving here right now and go to the Rangers are on the road taking on the Hurricanes. And for New York here, they come in 11-2. Carol, they did snap their losing streak, by the way, last time out by beating St. Louis 3-2. Carolina, meanwhile, as good as they've been, they have lost a couple here recently, losing 2 of their last 3. They're 14-6-2. They're still pretty great. 6-2 at home so far this season, 6-2-2 in their last 10. But the Rangers, remember, they've been that incredible road team this season, 9-4 on the road so far this season for the Rangers. And as an underdog, however, they are just 4-7. Rangers still mired in last place despite record of just one game under 500. They actually -4 units, but on the road they're up almost 3.5 units with that 9-4-1 record. But Carolina's been solid at home. But to me, you got to think that yes, as fine as Carolina has been, still New York kind of does the job on the road, and this price just seems too high as the Rangers, play their best hockey on the road. Carolina is 5-0 in the last 5 meetings between the two teams. Carolina's gone over in 9 of their last 10 games at home right now, but the Rangers have gone under in 5 of their last 7 on the road and 5 of their last 6 games overall. However, 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over here. I'm going to go over in this one with the Rangers and the Hurricanes, but I don't mind the Rangers here despite those awkward numbers here at this point. Carolina's been the better team, but again, you get these Rangers where for whatever reason, they're a little bit better on the road. It's probably starting to even out a little bit, but I'll take the over in this one. All right, Canes for Mr. Weskers. Timmy does like the under, though. He'd be shocked if it went over. All right, and next up, I've got the Flames. Where are my goalies here? I'll just punch in the expected goalies here. I think it's Dustin Wolf for the Flames. We'll say right now anyway here on Night Moves. And for the Lightning, I got Vasilevsky here. I'm sure you love to hear me banging away on the keyboard here right now. There we go. There we go. We've got it. All right. Let's get into it with these two right here with the Flames on the road here in this one. Calgary comes in 8-13-2. Tampa Bay almost the opposite, 13-7-2. But Calgary is as hot as they've been here, it feels like right now. They've won 3 in a row. They beat Buffalo, Dallas, and Vancouver, but Tampa Bay is on a 4-game winning streak. Wins over New Jersey, Edmonton, Washington, and Philadelphia coming in. So for Wolf here, he comes in with a 3.0 goals against, 6-11-2 record. He doesn't get many days off. Vasilevsky, meanwhile, 9-5-2, 2.36 goals against here. So definitely the hotter hand, if you know what I mean. Tampa Bay, 7-5 at home this season. Calgary, 4-9 on the road here. So far this season, also 6-14. They've been an underdog almost in all of them here right now. Calgary at the bottom of the Pacific Division, despite the 3-game winning streak. They're 4-9-1 on the road. And Tampa, meanwhile, coming in here with a record of 6-5. Another one of those. They're another one of these teams that kind of play better on the road here right now. So I think for me here in this one, again, a little bit of a tough number here, but Calgary on a winning streak, they're still probably not going to play that well here in this game. You have a Calgary team right now that comes in here having lost 10 of their last 13 on the road. They've lost 8 of the last 12 meetings between the two teams. Tampa's won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams at home. Calgary, they've been mostly an under this year, although they have gone over a little bit more here of late. But I got to go with the under here in this one. Another one was 5.5, so maybe a little trepidation, but I'm going under here. I mean, this feels like 3-1, 4-1, 3-2, right in there. I'm going to go with the under with Calgary and Tampa Bay here in this one. Calgary, like I said, they're a massive. They're an over. Calgary's an over. I hope I got that right. I might have said it incorrectly. Calgary 13-7 to the over as a dog, 10-4 to the over on the road, but I got to go under in this one at 5.5. Again, I think the line kind of says it all. All right. That's what Timmy says. They kind of win these games. Calgary has a way of pulling off some of these road games, but okay. And let's see here. I think that's it for that one. Let's keep it moving here right now and go to the next one here with the Blues taking on the Devils. In this one, you got St. Louis coming in here 7-10-6. New Jersey, meanwhile, 14-7-1. Both teams are in a little bit of a slump right now. New Jersey's lost 3 of 4, but they did come through last time. New Jersey's 8-0 at home so far this season. St. Louis 4-5. On the road right now. So, look, that's a pretty good run for New Jersey. I mean, they definitely have a very strong record here at this point. I think they're actually 8-0-1. Let me get the exact record. Here I was going off memory. 7-0-1. Yeah, 7-0-1 overall there for New Jersey. And for the Blues here, meanwhile, they are 4-4-2 on the road so far this season. We know they've been kind of dismal at home for sure, but hey, I think at $1.35, I'm willing to take a play here on New Jersey. I think you get. I do see $1. Some of the square books are up to $1.40 or even $1.45 here, so better just grab them here and take New Jersey here in this one at home against St. Louis. Here in this one, St. Louis is 2-8 to the under as an underdog coming into this one. And for New Jersey, they've gone under in 5 straight meetings with St. Louis. So maybe the under here, but I'm going to go with New Jersey. I mean, this is another 5.5 here in this one. So I'm going to take New Jersey here to win at home against St. Louis. Okay. Don't fade the Devils, says Mr. Weskers. But Timmy chooses it's got to be New Jersey. Come on. And Timothy Hawk here, don't forget, he likes the Devils as well. All right, the Predators taking on the Red Wings here. Predators at the bottom of the pack for sure, 6-12-4. They've definitely thrown in some pretty bad games here of late. 3-game losing streak right now for Detroit. They've actually lost 2 of their last 3 coming in. They lost to the Islanders. They lost to New Jersey, but Nashville right now with a 3-game losing streak, as I said. Nashville just not very strong on the road as well. Just a 1-5-2 overall coming in for Detroit. A little bit stronger here at home. At top of the division, they are 8-4-1, leading the Atlantic here currently. They are also coming in here just 2-7 on the puck line. They're $1.50 here right now against the Predators. In this series with these 2 teams, you definitely have the Red Wings have had kind of, I want to say, the upper hand over these guys, but they did win last year 5-2 at Nashville. Detroit won 3-0 at home as well. So the series actually leans here right now to Detroit coming in. Detroit's won 5 of the last 7 overall here. Nashville struggling on the road here of late for sure. Poor record as an underdog as well. So Detroit looks like the side to me. Still $1.50 has me kind of timid on this one, but hey, you can only go with what you got with here on as far as the prices are concerned. So I think Nashville's just having too many struggles here right now with basically 8 wins and 8 losses in their last 9 games. So I got to take a favorite here at $1.50. Give me the Red Wings to get it done. I spit that one out. All right, Timmy's going over here, it looks like. And we're almost halfway through, I think, here with this huge NHL card. And we got the Buffalo Sabres here on the road taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Got Pekka Luukkonen here going for the Sabres, and you got Silovs here for the Penguins. Penguins come in here right now with a record currently of, let's see here. There's so many games here, I can't even keep them all straight. Pittsburgh coming in 10-6-5 right now, 2-game losing streak. Buffalo's won 2 in a row, victories over Chicago and Carolina. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, with losses to Minnesota and Seattle. But Buffalo does struggle here on the road. No doubt about it. Right now, Buffalo just 1-5-2 on the road here. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, in the Metro, 5-3-2 at home coming in. They're pretty much a break-even proposition, but they have fared a little bit better here at home. They are, like I said, with 5 wins so far, and Buffalo on the road, not so much. So $1.15 or so. I think I'm going to just take this small favorite at home with Pittsburgh here against the Sabres. The Sabres are 6-2 to the over on the road. Pittsburgh, though, 2-5 to the under here as a favorite. Pittsburgh's gone under in 4 of their last 5. They've also gone under in 6 of their last 7 games at home against Buffalo. But Buffalo's gone over in 6 straight on the road, and Pittsburgh's gone under in 6 straight at home. So I'm just going to take Pittsburgh here. I'm not sure about this total just yet, but it is 6. Is that right? Heavily juiced to the over? Yeah. Oh man, I'm even seeing some 6.5s out there. I'm just going to take Pittsburgh in this one. Okay, Timothy here. Let's see here. I think got Jimmy Two Shoes Crosby for a goal, and Timothy Hawk says Sabres money line because they look good in those wins. They also remember, they beat Edmonton as well. Good point. They beat Detroit as well. They did lose to Calgary. And Timothy says Pens will hammer the Sabres here. Next up, you got the Winnipeg Jets here on the road taking on the Caps. In D.C., Winnipeg 12-9, Washington 12-9-2. Coming in, Washington's been turning around here. Of late, wins over Columbus, Montreal, Edmonton, and the Kings. They did lose in there to Tampa Bay, but Washington looking good here of late. They've improved here right now to 7-5-1 at home right now. Meanwhile, for Winnipeg, they struggle as a dog. 0-3 as an underdog so far. They are 6-4 on the road here so far this season. Winnipeg's been an over team for sure. They've gone over in 12 of 21 games. Meanwhile, for Washington, they have gone under in 7 of their last 10 coming into this one. You got Washington here up to $1.55, actually. Winnipeg has always struggled against Washington. Winnipeg's lost 11 of the last 12 years here coming into Washington. Washington's gone under in 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams, but Winnipeg comes in here, haven't gone over in 5 of their last 6 games overall. Washington on the puck line just 7-8. That's actually not too bad. Here, Winnipeg's been a favorite so many times this season, but they're a big underdog here, obviously, with maybe because of Washington, the dominance in this series. But the last wins for Winnipeg came at home here. They actually won 3 of the last 4 in the series, and we mentioned 1 loss for Washington to Winnipeg. It was the meeting here last year, 5-4. Winnipeg did win it. I'm taking Washington here, though, on the puck line. Give me the Caps in this one for a little bit of plus money. I'm taking Washington. Stop Geo, good morning. Mr. Weskers cannot stand the Capitals, or is it the Capital? Timmy says Capitals team total over. And Timothy Hawk, he likes the Caps as well. I'm taking the Caps on the puck line in this one. The Minnesota Wild, they're taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Minnesota comes in here, one of the hottest team in the league. Chicago's lost 3 straight right now. But Minnesota, definitely a little bit of a story here with their 5-game winning streak. And not only that, they do own the Blackhawks. Yes, the Blackhawks are dramatically improved right now, but I think if you put the combination of Minnesota's hot streak and the fact that they've beaten the Blackhawks in 15 of the last 16 meetings, including 7 of the last 8 here in Chicago, been won by Minnesota. The Blackhawks have gone under in 8 of their last 11 at home. Minnesota's gone under in 6 of their last 7 overall coming into this one. I'll probably go with the total here. I think you get the gist, though, of Minnesota. Maybe the Blackhawks have closed the gap enough that they will be competitive here in this game. I mean, look, Blackhawks have been pretty outstanding here so far, given the expectations this season. They're still over 500 despite this losing streak right now. But I'll go ahead and take the under here in this one, even at 5.5. There, you do have 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone under, and Chicago is 3-8 to the under at home, 2-8 to the under in their last 10. I'll go with the under here, but Minnesota, $1.40, that might work here. Again, they do dominate them, and it's not like Chicago's totally reversing field here, but they finally are cooling down a little bit. Well, they weren't hot, but okay, let's see what you got here. Minnesota wins. These guys are and under. Yeah, Greg's here, and he's got Wild there, 3-2. All right, yeah, under. Sharks and Avalanche. Let me get it up here. The Sharks at the Avalanche here tonight, and are we going to go there? 375? What is it? Is it March right now? These are the Sharks, man. Come on. Now, Blackwood's in there, the former Shark. Scaroff coming in. Look, I understand. I mean, not only are the Avalanche the best team in the league, and they never can, they're winning every game, but the Sharks can at least hang in there for the price. Maybe you want to take them plus 2.5 goals. You can still do that too and get a reasonable price here. I'm not telling you to not get in the way of this Colorado team. They're back up to another 9-game winning streak here. They're 16-1-5. They're practically going for a record. But the Sharks are 11-9-3. They've been one of the most improved teams in the league. Now, they never beat the Avalanche. They've lost 12 of the last 13 meetings here, but golly, you mean to tell me that the Sharks are, plus $3 or so? Any other year, it would totally make sense. But even as hot as the Avalanche has been, you got to give the Sharks a little bit more credit than that, don't you? Like I said, they do get owned by these guys for sure. San Jose still lost on the road here, not very good, but 4-5, and sorry guys, 4-5 on the road so far this season. Colorado, we know, 8-0-2 at home. As hot as they've been with that record, they're only up 2 3/4 units this season. It's because of games like this when they do lose, or if they lose in overtime when they have, but. Man, I don't know. I'm going to just have to take the Sharks. I'll take them plus 1.5 goals here at this point. You're getting the old plus with them here, I believe, on that one at plus $1.15 or so. So I'm just going to have to take the Sharks here on the puck line. Hey, I promise you, if it was $2.50, I guess it was never going to be, but it does seem like it is a little bit outrageous. We're not at the end of the season yet. The Sharks are dramatically improved. The Sharks are 17-6 on the puck line. Colorado is 12-9 on the puck line as a puck line favorite. So that is pretty good, no doubt about it. Sharks here just beat Chicago 1-0 last time out. You could compare the Sharks and the Blackhawks this year, couldn't you? As far as their improvement this season. and it was only 1-0 in that game. But still, usually they've been winning the games by margin here. But I'm going to have to take the Sharks. All right, Timmy says maybe the Abs here on the puck line, Avalanche on the puck line. I get it. It was Lehkonen for a goal, but Greg's with me. He says 4-3 here. But Timmy Chusha says, yeah, the Avs are awesome. Mr. Weskers will take San Jose, but I've got a pretty sophisticated crowd in here. Here, but Timmy says they're going to get rolled over. Yeah, and again, Avalanche have been knocking these guys around for years. Sharks actually won the last meeting, remember, 3.5 weeks ago at home, 3-2. So I think they've closed the gap here just enough. I'm going to take them here in this one. All right, Les Habitants du Montreal de Hockey. I don't know. Taking on the Mammoth here in this one. You got Mammoth here, $1.45 total, 6.5. Montreal comes in 11-7-3. Utah comes in 12-8-3 into this one. The Mammoth come in having won 2 straight wins over VGK, and before that it was against the Rangers. Utah much better at home than on the road. They're 7-2-1 at home so far this season. For the Habs here, they come in with a road record of 5-2-2. They've definitely been pretty good on the road. Mammoth here, $1.35, and the total 6. Jacob Dobish here for Montreal. Pretty good numbers for Dobish. Had a very strong season here. He is confirmed as the goalie. 7-2-2, 2.88 goals against. Canadians, though, have lost 5 of their last 6, going 1-4-1. And they've actually fallen outside of the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. I mean, that can change in a moment's notice the way things are going. But Dobish was good in that game against the Maple Leafs. A 5-2 win, stopped 24 of 26 here. He has a 2.88 goals against and an 89.5% save percentage. Canadians here, an underdog in this one. The Mammoth have outscored their opponents 8-3 in the last 2 games there. Montreal coming in off the win over Toronto to snap that losing streak last time out here. Look, Utah's been a pretty solid under team, especially at home. Here they're 4-10 to the under as a favorite are the Utah Mammoth here, but Montreal's 7-1 to the over as a dog. I just better take Utah in this one. I'm going to take the Mammoth here in this one on Wednesday night in Salt Lake City. Montreal has gone over in 12 of their last 13 between these two. However, or 12 of the last 13 overall, but Utah's gone under in 5 of 6. I'm going to take Utah. Just going to take Utah. Mammoth's hot. Take them 3-2 here. Timothy's on the Mammoth. Hey, we're doing a great job. We're almost done here. We have the Senators on the road taking on VGK. And VGK here, $1.70, total 5.5, over 20. Vegas comes in here off of a couple of losses here of late to Utah and to Anaheim. Meanwhile, Ottawa lost to the Kings last time out, 2-1 on the road. This is their 4th straight road game here right now out west. They beat Anaheim, they beat San Jose, but then they lost to the Kings. Vegas here, though, $1.70. And this total at, is that right? 5.5 over 20? Yeah, 5.5 over 20 right now with Vegas favored in this one. Okay. Ottawa's lost 6 straight times here in Las Vegas. They've also lost 11 last 12 meetings between these two teams. Vegas has, however, just lost 7 of their last 10 and 4 of their last 5 at home. They've definitely a little bit of a cooler here right now, but for these two teams, you do have, look, it's 5.5. Uh, Ottawa's been going under here 5 straight on the road right now, but in general, these teams have maybe been a little bit over this season. And Vegas here, they did meet last year 6-4, but Vegas got the win in Ottawa 3-2. 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone over. I'm going to try the over in this one. I know 5.5, and maybe they will struggle to get that 6th goal in this one, but I'm going to take the over. I think in general these guys have been over. I know of late, definitely these teams are going under more, 5 straight unders for Ottawa on the road here, but I'm going to go over in this one with Allmark up against Schmid here in goal tonight. Schmid 2.44 goals against. He's 9-1-3, but Allmark 2.95 goals against. I'm going to go over in this one with Ottawa and VGK. All right, Timothy's got Vegas here on the money line. Greg says it'll be 4-2 in favor of Vegas. You know what? Probably should have went with the puck line. All right. Can the Senators win? Couple more here. Canucks on the road, taking on the Ducks. Ducks $1.75, 6.5. Canucks come in here 9-12-2. Anaheim 14-7-1. Canucks here have lost 3 in a row. They lost to Florida, Dallas, and Calgary. First game of a road trip here for Vank. For the Ducks and Luke Dostal, they come in here off of a win over VGK 4-3. This is their 5th straight home game. They've won 3 of their last 4 games overall coming into this one. For the Ducks here, they've struggled against Vancouver, believe it or not. Of course, the Ducks have been down, and this year all of a sudden they're having a pretty strong season here, but still Vancouver hasn't been world beaters over the last few years, but they've won 10 of the last 11 meetings between the two teams. So I imagine they're going to be able to hang here in this one. And might be $1.70 for the Ducks here, but the Canucks, I wish it was just a little bit cheaper price on the puck line here because feels like they should be maybe able to hang in this one. And I kind of want to take Vancouver here right now, but puck line with them is at minus $1.83. So maybe I could just take Vancouver here plus a goal. That's what I'm going to do. Vancouver +1 for me here against the Ducks. That'll get the price a little bit more reasonable here, I think. And I'm going to take the Canucks here on the road against Anaheim. Anaheim's lost 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams here at home. Anaheim's been hot at home, no doubt about it. 7-1 their last 8. 7 of the last 10 meetings between the two teams have gone under. But so far, I mean, these teams, Vancouver's been an over in 12 of 16 as an underdog, and Anaheim's gone over in 4 of 5 as a favorite. Vancouver's like those Canadian teams. They just keep going over right now. 11-1 to the over in their last 12 games. All right, I'm on to Vancouver plus a goal here in this one. Timothy's on the Ducks, and Greg says Dostal has been money. And Canucks will have to play some D to protect this goaltender. Revenge is tonight. Duck. And the Kreider for a goal. Timmy always on that Kreider goal. All right, I got one more here. I had to flip my page over. There's so many games I had to use the back with my notes. Dallas and Seattle here to wrap us up on night moves. You got Dallas coming in here. They've been alternating wins and losses here of late. They're off of that win last night, 8-3 over Edmonton. So they are on the back-to-back here. Seattle, meanwhile, off of a loss to the Islanders, 1-0, stopped a modest 2-game losing streak. Dallas has been so hot right now, 7-2-1, their last 10. They're also on the road. Strong record for Dallas right now. I don't know what's going on in the NHL this year with some of these road teams. 7-1-3 for the oops. Gonna start over a little bit, you guys. The Stars are at the Kraken here. Just so we can record these videos. Stars are at the Kraken here. We got the Stars favored on the road, $1.40, 5.5 over 20. Stars have been hot here of late. They've been alternating wins and losses, but you can't ignore the fact that they're 8-1 on the road here so far this season, 7-2-1 in their last 10. But Seattle's clicking at home. Seattle at home is 6-1-3 right now, and Dallas is off the back-to-back here. I think you got to look to maybe the Kraken. It's just that the Stars own this series since the Kraken's pretty much come into the league right now. It's been all Dallas every time when these two teams have faced off. Dallas won the meeting previously this season 2-1 at home over Seattle, and just really Seattle's never found their footing against this team in this series overall. Seattle is 3-7 to the under at home so far this season. Man, $1.40 here with a team that kind of dominates here, but they're on the back-to-back. That's what kind of makes it tough. I think in this particular game. So I got to go with the under in this one. This has been a total under series. It doesn't get much more under than these two teams. Not only was the previous meeting this year 2-1, but last year the games were 3-1 Dallas, 5-1 Dallas, 2-0 Dallas, 3-1 Dallas. I know that 5-1 was a push, but usually the losing team in this series scores 0 or 1 goals. I got to go with the under in this one between the Stars and the Kraken. All right, that's going to do it, Mr. Well, Mr. We got to have the right graphic up there when we record it. All right, here we go. Timothy on the under. Dallas for Greg here, 3-2. Somebody's going to win 3-1. Hard to go against the Avs and Dallas right now. That's it for Night Moves, you guys. Thank you very much. Great job. Great show. Really appreciate all the comments in the chat, the other picks in the chat as well. Hey, go on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off those premium pick packages here. There's DeAndre there, but I had a big day actually as well. 6-1 yesterday on the site. So make sure you're checking me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. I'll be ready, locked, and loaded for the action here on Wednesday over at Tony's Picks. It's going to do it for Night Moves. We'll be back tomorrow. I think DeAndre says he's going to join me on Thanksgiving Eve. We're going to be getting ready for sure, right, on the games there for Thanksgiving. The 3 games. Interesting. They start at 1 Eastern this year, not 12:30. What are they doing? How am I going to get that extra load of seconds? How am I going to get my seconds in usually between the 2 games? All right, it's going to do it. And for Night Moves, for the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Night Moves.